Okay, good evening. This is Debbie Davis. This is June 10th, 2024. so, we've had quite a few different changes here go on in the Minneapolis area with the police, where there's not a lot of funding for the police, or there's about 700 vacancies or something with the police. So I think a lot of counties are not funding the police or something because of different corruption type situations going on. Um, I'm I'm guessing. So I just wanted to, I guess, touch on that whole subject tonight because I don't really know why this hasn't, I don't understand why this hasn't been addressed sooner, because this is, people have been targeted by the police for decades, and they've had these immunities where they've never been prosecuted for the people that they actually have killed. Like I've said in my last video. I mean, um, if you are supposed to be the authorities, um, you know, you're supposed to be the law, but you're immune from the law yourself. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I don't have any respect for people like that. You think that you come down as the authority figure, and that you can pull us over and do whatever you want with us, but then you hide behind your immunities. The police have immunities, and that you can't be prosecuted yourself for your actions. And that is what the problem that I have is that you call yourself the law, um, law and order, but yet you are immune from the law yourself from when you violate the law. So that is the problem that I'm having, and that is clearly the problem that any kind of normal normal human with a brain would be able to figure out that there's a problem in that area with the police. Okay, we have a problem throughout this whole country where with this police immunities. Okay, because they seem to be able to get away with murder throughout the whole country. If you are the law, but you're immune from the law, when it comes to you doing something wrong, that doesn't work. Okay, so we're on a county level or a state level or whatever, we have to get rid of the police immunities. In the Minneapolis and Minnesota area, they're just not funding the police right now. There's like 700 vacant openings. There's no police anywhere. Okay, right now there's just major things going on here with the amount of shootings that we've had here, um, where there's never been accountability, and that a mere lock case, there was never even any police footage shown of actually what happened by the SWAT. Of when like did I mean it's their word against. It's like you have to really hold these people accountable. This is somebody's life that got taken. Okay, and that was some kind of law they passed out of nowhere called a no search warrant. That was a law that just got passed in Minneapolis, and then that gave them the right to just go in without any kind of warrant to the house. And so that's why that was so tragic, because I mean, you're just sleeping, and then somehow and the SWAT team can come in on a no search warrant. It's just like, I mean, this could happen anywhere if this type of crazy law gets passed throughout the country. A no search warrant. It's like, I mean, this is our dumb Democrats, and they got put in our offices in Minneapolis by Obama. Amy Klobuchar and Tim Walz and Keith Ellison, they're all Democrat dummies. You know, I mean, they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. I'm just telling it like it is. I mean, okay, so this is what the police are really doing. This is what they're really being paid to do. They're being paid to stalk innocent people. I'm on a targeted individual list, as I've showed the charts before, where I'm on a targeted individual list. Okay, so every single day when I go out to walk my dog, I have either the police or the sheriff watching me, either sitting there or driving by me. Okay. Okay. So here's evidence. Here's the police. Here's the sheriff driving by. Okay. This is just when I'm walking my dog. Okay. You see that? Okay. There we go. Here's them just sitting there watching me. We're parked right around the corner of where I live. And that's like every other day. They sit there. Okay? Like every other day. This is where your tax dollars are going in America. To target innocent veterans and women whistleblowers and targeted individuals who are standing up for, like, patriots. It's ever since that Patriot law got passed, it actually is turning against the patriots instead of the terrorists. And so the police have actually been told to target the patriots instead of the terrorists. And I'm a patriot. And so guess what? The police are targeting the patriots now. And this is where your tax dollars are going, for targeting the patriots instead of the real terrorists that are probably entering our southern border right now. Okay, so this is what the police are doing. And here's the other day when I was walking the dog, some black unmarked vehicle just pulls right behind me, and just sits there and parks and watches me walk. And then I turn around and I take a picture of them, and then they drive by, and then they drive off real fast, like they know they were doing something wrong. Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you're illegally stalking me, and you are doing something wrong. So you should be embarrassed, and I hope you are. I hope you are. I hope you're super embarrassed. You should be. Here's the Brooklyn Park Police stalking me when I was in Brooklyn Park, staying with my mom. So I moved back from South Dakota because my dad had dementia, and I was helping my mom take care of my dad. And then my mom lives in Brooklyn Park, and then Brooklyn Park Police just constantly, like, behind me, stalking me. That's them. Like, constantly, like Brooklyn Park Police. Like, just whatever, just going doing errands, whatever, This is what your tax dollars are going towards now. And then so I have, I've talked about, I've talked about this lady, Alice, that I had. I had her on my show, and we've both had the same situations with the police. So she shared with me this today. When she goes for a walk, um, she has them following her and stalking her. And they set up, okay, so I'm going to show this.
Okay, they blocked my way. So
Okay.
I make a detour into the neighborhood to the right. This is all fake and staged for me.
Okay, so hold on just a second.
Okay, they blocked my
So
way.
she's going for
So I make a
walks.
detour into the neighborhood to the right.
Okay, so she goes for a walk. She lives in the Houston. She's in Kingman,
Check this shit out.
South Dakota. Okay, I mean it's Kingman, Texas. Okay, so
This is what corruption
right
looks like.
right outside.
Freemasons.
Um,
Shit. Yeah, they're picking up their shit.
okay, so what they do, and they've done this to me, and they've done this to other people, is they set up fake car accidents or something, or fake, and then they like block off the road, say, pretending like there's an accident or something, but really they're there just to harass us, I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, and she has the same thing going on right here.
Crisis actor shit.
Crisis actor.
Why don't you take a good look at this?
Okay, so she's got flatbed trucks by the Masons. This is in Houston. Okay, so she goes for walks. So they're all just parked there.
Now look at this fat ass. This
Okay.
is Kingwood, Texas.
Kingwood, Texas.
All for me.
There's
Freemason
not.
right there.
There hasn't
He
been
knows
an
who I am.
accident. There hasn't been any
Yep.
kind of
Wave him down.
a
He
crime.
knows who I am.
They are all
They all
parked
do.
there just to harass her. Okay.
Watch out,
This is
motherfuckers.
where
I'm
your
taking this
tax
country
money
down.
is
I'm gonna
going.
let it burn.
Just
Bunch
to
of
harass
crisis
us, the targeted individuals and the veterans and the targeted individuals. Look at this guy.
actors. Don't look at me,
He's
you
a
fucking
Mason.
faggot.
He's a Mason. They're all
He's a
Masons.
fucking crisis actor.
Okay. They're all 95% of all the police are Masons. They're all in the secret
Yep,
societies,
all fake.
and
This
they're
is
all
Kingwood,
involved in our targeting.
Texas, Houston Police Department.
Houston
All
Police
fake.
Department.
All fake Sandy Hook shit. Yeah,
Okay.
these fakes don't want to fucking get on camera. I'm gonna fucking film them.
Okay.
Look at this shit. Oh, look at this.
Okay. So I mean, this isn't just me. And then this is happening all over the country. I have another targeted individual out of Virginia, Missy, that sends me text messages. How she's being targeted by the state police right now. They come right beside her. Virginia is terrible because Langley is, the head of the CIA there, and she's being targeted. Apparently, her ex-husband was in the military, high-level military or something. I don't, we don't know. We don't always know how we end up on these targeted lists. Well, of course, I did because I was a whistleblower, but it was also because of my bloodline. But with Alice, it's, she knows that her dad was also targeted, so it's something like with the whole bloodline, and that we end up somehow on this targeted list. And but Missy is still trying to somehow figure it all out, but she's definitely on the list. But I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of money that is spent targeting us. Okay, this is like all your tax dollars and all your city. Look at all those city trucks that were spent just to sit there to target her. Okay, this is where it's really going, because we have Satanists running our country that are targeting the. We're in the original Abraham Jacob bloodline, and that's who they're targeting. They're targeting, the Illuminati is targeting the real royal bloodline. I'm in the real royal bloodline. Apparently, so that is why we're so targeted, and it's been a fight ever since 1307, when Friday the 13th, 1307, when the Knights Templar were taken out and they were the original ones that were protecting the original royal bloodline and the original royal relics, and that's when the Masons took over. Okay, so ever since 1307, the Masons have been somehow a part of, pretending to be the royal bloodline, and they're not. And they're not the real royal bloodline, and they're not, and somehow the royal relics ended up who knows where, all over, hidden. But that is a part of when it all started going haywire. And so, ever since then, you know, that's so still to this day we're being targeted. So it's nothing that any of us have done wrong. Um, we are just on some kind of a list through the whole like Masons Illuminati thing. Well, and that's a big list because that's powerful people. Okay, so but you have to understand, if somebody tells you these type of things are happening to them, they're telling the truth. They're not crazy. I mean, this is happening to multitudes of people throughout the world. We're on this targeted list. Okay, so all right. So I would just encourage communities to defund the police. They're not. They're 95% of all the police are Masons, and they're all part of this agenda. They're all part of the targeting of the real bloodline, and they are not part of protecting the community. They're part of harassing the community. They're part of just giving tickets to innocent people, a part of just getting money for the community, and they're illegally harassing totally innocent people. So I mean, I'm completely I'm completely against the police. I have no respect for the police at all whatsoever anymore. Why should I when I've been pulled over 54 times illegally? I mean, why would I have any respect for you? None. Zero. I have zero respect. I mean, um, you have violated every oath of office that you've ever taken. The oath to serve the public, the oath to, the Constitution, the oath to your oath of office that you were supposed to take as a police officer. Every oath to the Constitution that that you violated everything that you are supposed to be doing. So there's zero respect for you anymore throughout the whole country. You have violated the oaths of the Constitution to protect our Fourth Amendment right to be able to feel safe and protected in our own communities, in our own house, because you don't make us feel protected. You violated our First Amendment rights to be able to, freedom of speech, just being pulled over. We can't even talk to you without us, having a gun in our face. Okay. You violated all these constitutional rights. Then you've violated, you violated our. I mean, you violated basically just our our human rights, our civilian and human rights. So I mean, I don't know who you think you are and why you think you're above the law, but there are laws in this country. There's civil laws, there's human rights laws, there's constitutional laws, and you have violated every single one of them, you Mason cops. Okay, and 95% of the police are Mason cops, and you have violated every single law that you can possibly violate. So I'm sorry, but please just defund the entire police and just have the paramedics and the EMS, and I'm sorry, but they're just too far gone. They're too far gone because you have no respect for any of the laws. No constitutional laws, no civil rights laws, no human rights laws. You don't respect anything anymore. All you care about is your Masonic laws with your brotherhood. And that doesn't work for us, especially doesn't work for the veterans that you've harassed illegally and killed. Okay? So I just encourage for everybody to just stand up against the police who are illegally killing people, and veterans and targeted individuals throughout the entire country, just because they've been given an order from the Masonic Lodge, okay, totally against the Constitution that they don't care about, and the constitutional law, and against the civil rights laws and humanitarian laws. They don't care about those. All they care about is their Masonic laws because they're all Masons, okay, who work for the Illuminati. Okay, so wake up, because you have 95% of the police in your country in the United States who are Masons. Okay, and they do not work for the Constitution and your laws. They work for the Masons, and the Masons work for the Illuminati. Okay, so you cannot trust them. I've talked to Vic, who was an ex-state police officer, and I've had them, and I've recorded, conversations with him, and we're trying to upload them, and they stop our uploads. But I'll try to have another conversation on a different venue or something, so you can hear directly from him, who was an ex-police officer. Okay, I'm sorry, but you have crossed a line now where you are you're targeting veterans who have served their countries, who've worn the uniform, and were being murdered. We're being, 30,177 veterans have been committed. They said they committed suicide, but what we're really finding out is that they were murdered. Okay, and multiple police were involved in the cover-ups of the murders. Okay, so this is going to come out, and this is going to come out to haunt you. It's going to come out to haunt the Masons, and we know that you're involved in the cover-ups. Okay, so I hope you are aware, that we are fully aware of your multitudes of sins that you have committed. Okay? Thank you.